Welcome to Dr. Jester Rant, and I'm gonna rant about something exceptionally retarded from Vanity Fair, sadly. Amazon Lord of the Rings series rises inside the Rings of Power. So basically, we got a bit more details of the shit show that promises to be the Lord of the Rings TV show that Amazon is cooking up. It's it's the most expensive TV show ever made. So basically, what Amazon needs to happen or needs to do is to actually earn something. Oh god, there's a goddamn on my coffee. Cat fur on my coffee. That's unacceptable. Shit. I went overboard with the sweetener. Oops. Anyway, where was I? Alright. They need to make back on it. They need to actually earn money, but we already have 2 fucking race swaps confirmed. I'm not even going to go much into details because they are actually now trying to attack fans who are not happy with the current cast on contradicting J.R.R. Tolkien. Let's see some of the lines in each paragraph here before I go into details. Galadriel is fighting for the future. Oh god, Halbrand is running from the past. The entwined destinies are 2 of the stories woven together for the TV series that it works. I hope it doesn't. It could become a global phenomenon. I hope it doesn't. If it all falls short, it could become a cautionary tale for anyone who, to quote J.R.R. Tolkien, delves too greedily and too deep. I think they went too greedily and too woke. Let's see how that pans out, but it's not looking good. It's looking really bad. But who knows, maybe with enough special effects, they can actually go and achieve something. Galadriel, I don't know, feels off. There's something wrong. I don't even remember her name. No. My Lord of the Rings lore is a bit rusty. But let's go to the confirmed race of fucking swaps. First and foremost, this little thing here that we do not know who she is, and this little dude here, we do not know who he is. But as it turns out, there is a confirmation here. She is the Dwarven Princess Tisa. And he's the Sylvan Elf Arondir. Well, let me just go into detail. No, let me just leave it here. Let's leave this here so you can actually see the nonsensical shit that is going on. First and foremost, a group of people who lives mostly underground, who lives on caves, are black. The elves, which we all know are the blondie blue eyes type of deal, is black. Yes, tokenization, because people have... Amazon has so very, very, very little respect to minorities and people of other races, because if they actually respected them, they would have created a TV show where they could be the main characters without race swaps. They could have gone, I don't know, went to Africa somewhere and grabbed a beautiful myth, a beautiful folklore or something, or a tale from that region, and made a movie out of it. Obviously, they will also need to race swap a few characters in there, so they actually get equality. A few black characters should now be white with blonde hair. No, I'm joking. We should not have that. Ever. It's wrong in one side, it's wrong on the other. 2 wrongs do not make a right. Anyway, so they could actually make that, or they have very, very, very little hope or understanding, or they are so racist that they actually think that black people in America cannot create a tale where they can actually woven up or create characters who are black, naturally black, that fits inside the story, using African myths and things like that. So, with that said, Amazon is filthily fucking racist for doing this. This is called tokenization. this is lack of respect not only for the lore, but as I just explained before, it's disrespecting an entire race. But let's go into another tiny little detail. Women, for dwarven females, you know, dwarven females are very, very rare. About 1/3 of them, of their population is women, and they are afraid of losing their numbers and go extinct as a race, because they are also monogamous. And another tiny little detail, she's supposed to have a beard. Yeah, I would have thought that they would have gone way overboard on that one, and actually went on with a transgender and call it gender swapped with a transgender representation on token and things like that. But look on the internet for more about this or this. I found this image. See the striking difference? Very, very different. Because evolution has given us the very thing that we need to survive. We are going to go now once again with race. Let me just... there you go. When you go deep inside a mountain and you live there for generations and generations, you tend to kind of lose a sight, you lose your skin color. We can see that on multiple animals we have today. When we go to caves, like scorpions, spiders, fishes, and many more, they become albino. How can you explain a woman in the deep dungeons and deep caves of dwarven mines and things like that, and she is black? What sort of sun is there inside? It makes no logic. It just does not fit. This is the same thing that happened to Europe. Europe has less sunlight than Africa. You can actually say the same thing for the Middle East, but the Middle East is mostly interesting on that bit. Not only they are way too high, also on the equator, but they also have a tendency to hide their skin on the multiple layers of clothing to avoid the sun. Nothing. Just a bug. And now we go to the elf bit. As you can see, they are usually tree dwellers inside jungles. They rarely go out. They are considered immortal and things like that. So why is he black? Once again, lack of respect, lack of understanding of what is going on, lack of knowing what each and every single thing here means. Everything here is a disgrace in this series. Let me just finish it up in here, and now let's go here. Where is it? Ah, here it is. I've added him, Arondir, to their blackwashing list. As you can see here, blackwashing, there we go, on the entry number 54, directly contradicting J.R.R. Tolkien breaking contract with his estate. But unfortunately his estate is not actually quite interested in enforcing those rules. Well, nobody seems to have any respect left for Tolkien's work, because this is disgraceful. But even more so, it's to Hollywood how little they respect history, stories, original content, and many more. Look at the amount of characters that it got fucking race swapped. And we are getting right now 231. Fascinating, isn't it? Fascinating. How very little they respect. But let's go on. Let's go on. Previously, this part was famous as ruins, as after the success of the 1930s children's story, their Hobbit, Tolkien turned his attention back to a volume of Middle-earth history. Likely Fellowship, no, don't care. Yeah, it's looking like they spent a lot of money on this, and it will be a shame if they lost all of that. Well, quite frankly, they kind of deserve to lose it. The fact worked almost too well for the publication, no, don't care. So that his son Christopher took the reins of the estate and was famously protective. But sadly he died, and now we have this disaster that we have today, that is Amazon and the shit show that we're seeing. Fuck me. It's kind of like that. You spend your entire life creating a product, you create a law, you create with care. And then suddenly you die and a bunch of idiotic, retarded people who actually fell in love with it decided, hey, this is triggering me, let's change it. And it changes. The entire work goes down the drain because... God damn it! What the fuck is this, dude? Elrond. Oh, for the love of God. Anyway, they are trying to gaslight. Jesus Christ. They are trying to gaslight. They are trying to change everything. They are trying to destroy them. They are trying to make you seem like you're insane for actually disagreeing with the entire nonsensical garbage you are seeing in here. Anyway, let's see what it says here. Justice Tolkien entrusted his quest to Frodo Baggins and Samwise Gamgee. Amazon chose two likely newcomers, McKay and Payne, are high school friends from Northern Virginia, who have been writing Hollywood together for 13 years. So what were their previous work? The Rings of Power is their first credited IMDb listing. Holy shit! The most expensive TV show ever fucking made. And they gave it to newcomers who have very little experience writing things like this. Shit! Well, you people definitely are gambling here. Going woke, getting people with no experience, people who definitely hate the IP. Don't even come here and cry that, oh guys, they love the IP, don't you see the amount of love they are putting in it? No, if they actually cared about the IP and they cared about the law, they would actually show love to it by not race and gender swapping characters. Or even adding a sister to a dude that just contradicts the entire timeline of Tolkien. Yes. Anyway, what was I saying? They know it's astounding to them too. We've worked on so many projects with so many awesome and exciting people that never got made, or work on things that did get made and we didn't get credit. We were in a little bit of a dark horse, and Amazon talked to absolutely everybody who ever had any idea of Lord of the Rings. We are passionate about the material and how to take the match to Amazon's appetites and ambitions. Jesus Christ. They also apparently had a significant champion, Jar Jar Abrams, who knew them and they were writing a Star Trek movie and reportedly sung them praises of fuck's sake! Pitching 50 hours of television to Amazon executives. It's so damn sad to see something you love go down the drain as it is. Till now, Amazon had virtually nothing about its show. Secrecy has irked some of its fandom, accustomed as they were to the closer relationship, the steady flow behind the scenes information from Jackson and New Line Studios. Yeah, I remember, back in the day, every little bit of information that came out of the movie, I was pumped. I was looking forward to it. I used to discuss on the internet a lot about it. Right now it's completely secrecy, because we all knew back in the day that Peter Jackson actually respected the story and the law. Sure, he cut out a small part of the book, the first book, and I actually thought it was important, but as it turns out in the movie, it wasn't that much. The Stone Bombadil and all the story related to that area. But overall, he made right on Hobbit. I see no issue. Anyway. Moving on. I don't want to do it. Damn it. The lifelong genre fans doubt it. Payne and McKay understand the anxiety some feel about the show.
We know what it's like to be anticipating something and to be terrified that it won't be what you hope. We have seen those guys many times over. My worry will be if it becomes Game of Thrones in Second Age.
Dimitri Fimi, a Tolkien scholar and featured at the University of Glasgow. That won't be what one would associate with Tolkien's vision. It would be also derivative. Ah, fuck on a pickle. See, they are trying to... No, what's the logical fallacy? Calling an authority... No, there was... I forgot. There's a logical fallacy where you go after somebody who is respected and grab their opinion and see... And just because they are authoritative, as in they actually have a degree or something, they are actually better than the other person who turns out to be right and you're wrong. Jesus Christ, I forgot the name. Eventually I will remember, and I'm pretty sure I'll feel bad later on after I finish recording this video. Anyway, it is something that I like to point out. Anyway, when Amazon released photos of its multicultural cast, even without character names or plot details, the studio endured a reflexive attacks from trolls. The anonymous online kind, of course.
Obviously there was going to be a Persian backlash,
says Tolkien scholar Mariana Rios Maldonado.
But the question is, from whom? Were these people that feel so threatened or disgusted by the idea that an elf is black or Latino or Asian?
A Latino myself, here it says I am disgusted by it because that's not what Tolkien wrote! But, just to put into perspective, I don't think she's very authoritative on any of those things. Why? Let's go here. Mariana Rios Maldonado. Mariana is a PhD student at the University of Glasgow, where she is interested in ethics, feminist theory, and encountering the other in Tolkien's work. So basically, she is not an authoritative figure of Tolkien. She is not somebody that you actually should listen to. She is not. In fact, feminist theory, that's just somebody who has a fancy paper that says, "Hi guys, I can flip burgers." That's what it means when having feminist theory. Every time you study gender studies, you're just wasting money in trying to graduate as burger flippers. There's nothing wrong in flipping burgers, don't get me wrong, but just don't pretend that gender studies actually gives you any type of information that is important for your life. It's just wasting money. God fucking hate this. Right, even hardcore fans who regard Tolkien's work as sacrosanct will recognize his message of unity. Yes, but he was also pretty adamant in following the timeline. He even created the entire world, genetic family trees and things like that, and you're disrespecting that. Just shows that you people have absolutely no respect for Tolkien's work. Staying true to what is important is realizing his vision places characters little known era in this fiction. We will finally see the full glory of Khazad-dûm, the cavernous necropolis carved into the misty mountains, where Jackson don't care, should not but don't care. Speaking of Sauron, the villain's presence a major factor throughout the Second Age, culminating his resurrection as a tyrant. As the show begins, there are only hints of the danger to come. Some see them clearly, others don't necessarily want to. They wanna drill them. I don't care. I've grown up in Spain. I can't really still recover the silver decades before I was born. The novels of Reformation things, I just no. No. Enough already. Enough. Stop destroying IP. No, Lord of the Rings is going to end up exactly like Star Trek, like Star Wars, where we all feel embarrassed to even be related to it. To even have mentioned, hey, I used to be a fan. Yes, even I feel embarrassed just to say, hey, I have multiple Star Trek DVDs in my room. I used to read and understand Klingon. Now I am embarrassed by it. Hey, I taught myself to read Star Wars, the alphabet from Star Wars, playing Star Wars, the Old Republic MMO, and matching the letters with whatever could be was translated down below, and eventually I got the whole alphabet without actually checking the internet. Now I'm embarrassed to even say that, because Disney, because these woke retards ruined everything. After all, isn't Desi so damn pretty with her Cheeto fingers? What are you? Getting drunk on Cheetos? Eating cheese out there? Oh, Jesus Christ. Just kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Enough. Enough. On that goddamn fucking hell. Have a great fucking night. Whatever we can after seeing the disaster that it is coming up to be Amazon TV show. Rings. Anyway, have a great fucking night.